On to round number 2 of the Rocket Smash Championship here on Team Shazoo. We are about to see our first, or rather, our only quarterfinal matchup that we're going to see here on stream. It is going to be Who Asked Though against Ascending Legends here on stream. O'Neill, we were kind of hyping up Ascending Legends as they were kind of one of the breakout stars of Qualifier 2 last week. But Who Asked Though, still a very good team.
Yes, definitely. And you can see here both of the higher seeds from both made it through. I know some of the other seeds that have struggled against their lower opponents, but this is going to be a really good matchup. I think as the seeds show, it is going to be very even. Ascending Legends in the qualifiers surprised me particularly. I didn't really know much of who they were, but after the qualifier I knew everything about them. Brilliant team. Yeah. And Who Asked Though, they also done very well in the qualifiers, so it's going to be a pretty even matchup this series, I think.
Yeah, I think this could very easily go all 5 games, but I'm going to pick Ascending Legends to take it in those 5 games. I think it will go all 5 games, in fact. Okay. But I would not be surprised if Who Asked Though could just completely come through this and stomp their way through. What about yourself, O'Neill?
I'm going to go against you this time. I'm going to say 3-1 to the Who Asked Though.
Fair enough. I mean, Who Asked Though still very, very put together team, and one team that is in contention for making it at least to the top 4. So we'll see how this one progresses. But Ascending Legends in orange, Who Asked Though in the blue. We'll fight it out here in game number 1 to see who goes up first in this series. JWets will take it to the side here for the moment. Cheeseface will give possession away, but in the first 30 seconds here, both teams with a couple of opportunities, but no one really able to make it happen. Cheeseface, no boost there. He's going to have to leave it for a teammate. Oh, and a very weak shot from JWets. That could have been easily 1-0 for Ascending Legends.
Exactly. You can see here there's back and forth, and they had a lot of opportunities. They always managed to save it just off his post face, managed to put it in the corner and get his boost, but he's left it in the middle, and that's a goal for Sky. He just made a little bit of a mistake, and he's clear.
Yeah, just leaving that wide open for them. Big mistake there from Cheeseface, and Bram just spawning right at the last second. Couldn't do anything about it. Sky just fires an open net, and the camera goes to no one as he was taken out of the match in a blaze of glory. But the first goal, of course, in favour of Who Asked Though. Even with Ascending Legends, we're putting a lot of pressure on, but that's pressure off the kickoff. What a zero-angle goal from Who Asked Though.
That was a beautiful touch from Sky. I just couldn't tell if it was. I had like 7 reactions there if it was going in, but he managed to get a touch off Jazzy's back and roll across the net. That was absolutely beautiful.
Oh my goodness. And to go down like that, 2-0, straight away. This could actually be 3-0 as it's right off the kickoff. These kickoffs are going Who Asked Though's way so many times. Phoenix with the flip reset will not get it. The follow-up from Sky goes wide. But my oh my, Ascending Legends getting caught on the back foot so many times, and Who Asked Though are just being so aggressive off the kickoffs.
It's what you want to see. It's
oh my god, Cheeseface!
Every time I go to talk, somebody's doing something amazing. Cheeseface, beautiful.
They just cannot help themselves at this point. O'Neill, they don't want to hear what you've got to say.
They don't really care about what I want to say. They're just like, you just host a tournament and we'll do the rest.
And the best thing about that one as well, Cheeseface had no boost. I think he may have had like maybe 5 boosts to his name, but he had nothing in the tank to go down for that. That was all gravity doing the work to get that second touch. But after a quick start from Who Asked Though, Ascending Legends firing back with a goal like that just shows you how even we're expecting this matchup to be, O'Neill.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very important one as well because they were very quickly losing momentum from what we will say was beautiful goals, the first 2, but they came back and answered it with the beautiful goal of their own. So this is pretty much just set the tone of what we're going to be seeing this game in this series.
It very well might do that. We'll see how things progress. After a frantic start in the first 2 minutes of this game, we've kind of settled down now. Jazzy tried to play it over his own half, but now Bram will pick this up. JWets in the middle there, but Sky able to snuff that one out before anything can progress from the Ascending Legends offense. As we get settled into this matchup, O'Neill, you can see both teams kind of going for a similar play, passing it around and then going for that final shot. and not really holding on to midfield. It's very end to end right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think both teams have realised that they're very frantic, so we wanted to take a little bit of a breather, get more in the rhythm, because in those kind of matches where it's just never ending, you're going to start seeing a lot of mistakes and you're going to get a mental fatigue very quickly. So I think they're slowing it down, just get it back to a level where they can control it. Oh, it's a beautiful goal.
Oh my goodness, that's actually a shot! No way that goes in from Jay Wets!
That is a beautiful read. It's like an outward doomsday dish, but he made it work. That was lovely.
Oh my god. My goodness gracious me. I thought Jay Wets was actually going to set up one of his teammates for a pass, but he gets the shot off and it trickles in from the backboard. My oh my. Like we were saying, Ascending Legends, we didn't really know who they were last week, and now they have become breakout stars here in this Rocket Smash Championship here on Team Shazoo. It's an unbelievable play from them, and they're certainly showing the world how they are operating here. Chief's face with a shot. Phoenix will save it. Oh, Sky.
Almost on goal.
Almost hits it into his own net, but he gets onto the crossbar. But it's Ascending Legends with all the pressure. Bram to the top right corner, but it'll get squeezed away. But the pressure is all on this blue half of the field.
I think what's wonderful about weekly tournaments and tournaments like this is you see the rising stars before. And some of these players will come on to become top level players, and it's just wonderful to watch because last week didn't know who these players were. This week they've just put themselves on the map, and who knows, maybe come the next play-in, these teams might be some of those teams challenging to make a place, get a place in the rival series.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of certainly UK bubble scene players with big names on this stage so far. We've seen like Cynical, we've seen the likes of Steven. We've even seen some top names go out, so it's a very aggressive and very stacked at the top tournament this as we tick into the final 30 seconds of this game at number 1, still tied up, and Ascending Legends looking for that third goal. They do not want to put this into overtime because they know how dangerous Huasto can be off of the kickoff. 20 seconds to go. They want this dead and done as soon as possible. Jay Wets to this corner. Bring it up on the backboard. Has all the momentum, has all the boost. Cheeseface can't make the shot. He just puts it high, and the counter-attack now from Huasto will get sent to the side by Jay Wets. Looks like this might even go to overtime, but Jay Wets might have one final shot here to the backboard. Look for the double touch. Cheeseface was there in lieu, but it'll get saved away, and overtime has been reached.
And I will say, I think slowing down the play halfway through the game has been a sin, because it was suiting Huasto to a T. Ever since then, it seems to be a lot of Ascending Legends in control of this game. But we're in overtime, it's essentially taking back the clock, just one goal wins it, and I'm looking forward to see who's going to get it.
It's all still all to play for. Huasto have been performing very well in the defense, but it's just been these tricky shots from Ascending Legends that have given them stuff to think about. And we saw that one from Jay Wets where it just came off the zero angle, and that could be a very tight angle goal from Phoenix. They'll actually get out to Jazzy with 30 seconds into overtime, and it's all dead and done here in game 1.
And this is something here that I've recognised in all the games we've had so far. Jay Wets in the corner there, he just sat under the ball as it was hanging above him. He didn't move, and because he was just waiting for the ball to come to him, but he could see absolutely nobody else. He had to move to net because that would have covered off the play. He didn't, and I think that's how they've conceded that goal.
Indeed, and Ascending Legends, for all their pressure, they just weren't defending all that much and all that well, to be quite honest. I mean, I say that, and they've got 7 saves to their name, whereas Huasto only have the 3. So stats, the numbers don't lie, O'Neill, and they've just proven me wrong somewhat there. But you can definitely tell Ascending Legends, when they were on the back foot, when they were trying to defend, they were getting the saves, but they just looked a bit shaky, and Huasto were able to work the ball around them a lot more.
Yeah, Huasto, like some of these players I've seen and heard about before, they're quite aggressive players, and I just coming out of the series, I believe they've just got that extra bit of edge where they're just going to pressure and pressure and pressure, and they're not afraid to do it, even if it means they're going to be under a situation where they're struggling to get back, because these boys want goals and they want a lot of them. And it's up to Ascending Legends to try and stop that.
Absolutely, and we saw that fast and furious start from Who Asked though in the first game. Within the first minute or so, they already had 2 on the board, and
what's an open net?
And that's a wide open net though. Where was the defense? 9 seconds in, Cheeseface gets himself on the board and the lead for Ascending Legends.
Yes, we'll have a little dunk there from G-Wets, and the defense just left. I think just go and get boost, and then we'll just come back to it. But Cheeseface wasn't having it. He's like, nope, this is going in the net.
Yeah, just all pushed over to that right-hand side as we were looking at the goal. Just everyone expecting that ball to fall their way, but it was not. It was just going right back into the middle, and Cheeseface was there. But this is very dangerous for Ascending Legends. On the back foot now, up to the backboard it will go. A miss from J-Wets will set up Phoenix, but it's not a fantastic shot. It just goes wide, and Jazzy's going to have to get this one back up for Sky. Bram will take it away, but you can see Who Asked though trying their best to counteract off this kickoff, as we saw them do in game number 1, but it will not go their way this time, and they'll have to play from their own half.
What? You should just let it run. I'm confused as to what he was doing there. You can see here the aggression's coming out. Again, another miss going forwards. The Who Asked though are struggling a little bit to get the ball out. They seem to be running out of boost quite a lot, so I don't know if they're using too much. They need to start considering stealing and stuff like that. That's a nice double. It's an open net. Lovely goal.
Lovely little play there from J-Wets. I think it was Phoenix who was coming out for this one. Yeah, just coming off the roof of his goal, just completely misses it, and J-Wets in full control and lets Bram take the shot and get 2-0 up in this game so far. Actually, this is the first lead that Ascending Legends have had. They were down 2-0 and tied it up, and then they obviously lost it in overtime in game number 1. So yeah, Ascending Legends, can they hold on to this?
Phoenix going forward, I'm sorry for cutting out, but again, he just missed the ball. Some of these guys are coming in just far too make up by sending their nose backwards, and they just keep missing the ball. Like, Who Asked though, if they're going to win the series, they need to tighten up how they're playing the ball in the air.
Certainly so, because we've seen these Ascending Legends players be very capable on their aerial abilities, and again, J-Wets wins that aerial 50-50 out to Cheeseface, a very soft shot, and a couple of these soft shots have really hurt both these teams, more so Ascending Legends. They get the ball in position and just aren't able to get that final solid shot away and really catch the defense off guard. They let the defense have the opportunity to save that one. They just need to get a few more powerful shots towards the opponent's net.
Oh, it's risky play. Oh, just managed to get away with that. You almost got a bump on him.
He did indeed, but now back into their own half, and you can see Who Asked though trying to push this line, try and press the issue in the orange half a little bit more, but they're just not getting anywhere past midfield. You can see their Cheeseface with that turnaround gets demoed for his effort, but he at least keeps the ball in blue territory and sets up the rest of Ascending Legends and sets up Bram for that fantastic dribble, and the main game's pulled out by Bram.
You love to see it. I honestly love seeing a fake. He just knew what he was going to do, and he's like, right on. I'm going to make you think you're going to go for a flick, and it's just going to be in your net. There's nothing you're going to do about it.
And halfway through game number 2, Ascending Legends becoming the hot team right here, right now. I was talking about soft shots, and that certainly was not soft. I actually missed the mile an hour counter, but you can definitely tell they are starting to push the Who Asked though defense to breaking point, and are, like you said, like even just slowing the play down like that and drawing Phoenix away, that can hurt a team mentally much later down the line, because you never know when they might do it again.
And it's that thing when you're playing against a team that likes to bump, like demo, likes to just be in your face. It's always in your head. Like, right, he's done it 7 times in the series so far, but he's been really nice this game. So I know it's coming at some point, but when?
Exactly, it's going to be a question of not if but when for Bram again.
Both a set up in the middle.
It is a set up in the middle indeed, where Bram again just a weak shot towards net, and Phoenix will able to counteract that one, passes it down to Sky, and the ball's back into the Ascending Legends half, or Who Asked though to try and work something within the last minute and a half. 3 goals down. You need to get something really now if they want to have any chance of going up to match point in this best of 5 after winning game number 1, but it looks like Ascending Legends might hold on here and at least tie this one up for the moment. We've said this is going to be an even matchup, O'Neill, and these first couple of games have really proved that.
Exactly.
Both teams with phenomenal games.
It's a goal, lovely.
It is a goal, but both teams with Yeah, both teams with some solid games here, some solid wins. But like you said, with a minute left, just over a minute left rather, at least Who Asked though have a chance.
It's quite surprising to see, like, some of these players obviously have been in the competitive scene for a while, but some are really struggling with these high up above the goal saves. They're not dealing with them well at all. And it's wondering to see if this is going to be a pattern throughout the whole event, or if this is just these certain teams. And that's always a lovely chance, but he gets a nice save from Sky. He manages to clear away.
Yeah, Sky able to hold his nerve there, but really they want that counter-attack to go deeper into the orange half, but now they have to play out of their own back wall. 40 seconds now to try and make a play, but you can see Ascending Legends are just going to keep holding midfield, but we've seen that go wrong for so many teams before.
There's a double commit there.
It's a big double commit, and they might go 2 goals up. In fact, it's going to be 3 goals, excuse me. My Caster math is way off today. Chiefs confirms game 2.
They two were fighting for the boot. This guy, nobody wanted to give up. Maybe that's probably a communication error there, but they both were at the same place and they just opened the pitch up. Nobody back. Easy as that.
Easy as they come. And Ascending Legends put their stamp on game number 2. Signed, sealed, and delivered. It will be within, as long as it touches down, within the next 15 seconds. Or in 15 seconds time, I should say. And
never get it bounce.
We'll figure out how Rocket League works one day.
Yeah, one day. Still can't understand it. We're always learning.
After what, 5 years? 5
exactly.
years.
There's still something new every time.
Exactly.
But here we go. Ascending Legends take this game and tie up the series here. So lovely lovely game there. Quite commanding once they got the lead. They held on to it very well. Didn't really let Who Asked get out. Answered any of the questions that they sent. And yeah, this is going to be a good series.
I think so too. And I was just mentioned during the game there that both these the first 2 games here, we've seen the good side of Who Asked though. We've seen the good side of Ascending Legends in game 2, but we've also seen both teams' dark side, their bad side, when they've been making mistakes.
Definitely.
I think this is just going to come down to who is going to make more mistakes, because we see both teams have the capability to play at a top level, and we saw that from Ascending Legends here in game number 2. Obviously saw it from Who Asked though in the previous game. So going into game number 3, I think I said it's going to come down to who makes more mistakes, but I think if one team can just keep possession of the ball, keep control, and play and just control the pace of the game, that will cause the other team to make mistakes. And in my opinion, I think that's going to be Ascending Legends. Yeah,
Ascending Legends, I would say they've had a lot more control over the ball, and when they're in the lead, they know how to keep the lead. Who Asked though, they're brilliant at bursting out and kind of surprising you with an attack and taking control of defense, but I do think Ascending Legends have overall control over the match when, so it's a case of can they get ahead first.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Obviously, we had that goal within 9 seconds. Chiefsface managed to score within in the game number 2. Excuse me.
It's a goal already. It's so quick.
It's not quite. It's 9 seconds, but it's 14 seconds, and right away, Ascending Legends are ahead.
And that's a very important touch around the corner from. But it allowed his teammates to go in essentially a 1-on-2 situation, just bounce it off the ball around the corner. Easy as that, 1-0, and that's an important goal for this game.
Absolutely, and another quick goal. I mean, 9 seconds in game number 2, 14 seconds in game number 3. 5 seconds difference, but the difference is still 1-0 in favour of Ascending Legends. And Who Asked though really need to start asking different questions about Who Asked though.
You're trying.
I'm trying.
Appreciate the effort.
It was there. They need to stop asking Who Asked though and start asking what are we doing? I see the link I'm trying to make. They need to start asking different questions. How are we going to get past this Ascending Legends midfield?
There we go. But no, they definitely need to start taking control, because apart from when they get forwards and do their attack each time, they just essentially give the ball to Ascending Legends and let Ascending Legends come at them, which they shouldn't do. They need to be in their face, control the boost, control the play, even get more demos, be more aggressive. They're not really doing it, and it's punishing them a little.
It is indeed, but now you can see Ascending Legends kind of receding a little bit. Happy to let the play come up to them, and let Who Asked though into their own half a little bit more, but now they slowing the pace of the game down. You can like we were talking about in the break there. Whoever's controlling the pace of the game is going to come out champions in this one, and controlling the pace, slowing it down, and then bangs a shot in. It's Cheeseface 2-0.
It's like exactly what we said going into the series. Tending to get the lead, they're going to control the game just as you literally just mentioned, but they know how to add to it, and just they've showed their bounce shot and make it really difficult for the keeper, and that's a 2-0 lead.
And it is, and after the receding of Ascending Legends that we were talking about, them just slowing the pace of the game down, they just come and break out like that. Who Asked though, we're probably not expecting Ascending Legends to act that quickly after they were kind of letting the game go into their own half a little bit more. So bit of a defensive game, and again they're just slowing this pace down, not letting any mistakes happen. They're just slowing it down, letting one man go, two men back. And they're just keeping Who Asked though at bay throughout the first half of this game. 2.5 to go. What is the key now for Who Asked though to break through here?
Well, I've been watching them, and one thing I reckon, it's a breakaway goal real quick here, sorry. Phoenix managed to get it over the top. But yeah, I've been watching them, and one thing I recognised is they are setting each other up really high, and they used almost all their boost. He's got a wee chance here. And a wee bash, but then again, Ascending Legends just manipulate, getting control of the ball. They're so good at doing it. And Who Asked though just don't seem to have an answer for it.
They really don't, and just in that last play there, it was actually J-Wets who saved his own man's shot, but it was at least still travelling towards net, and you can see just they might not be taking as many attempts as they were before, but you can definitely tell Ascending Legends just holding on to the possession here. Oh my goodness, J-Wets from the side! He missed it as well. Sets up Cheeseface, and Cheeseface puts it wide. I don't think he was expecting that ball to fall as well as it did in front of his face, but that could have easily been the game.
I have to say, that was a beautiful pass.
In this one. It was a brilliant. It might have even gone in from J-Wets as well. It looked like it had that momentum, that angle, but it doesn't go in. But it's still 2-0. And to be honest, every shot that Ascending Legends are putting onto this blue net is just chewing. It's just chewing time off the clock for Who Asked though to make the comeback here in Game 3.
He's trying to break away here, but again, like, Ascending Legends are just in their face, and they just can't answer. What I was trying to say earlier before they decided to make a really good play was they used so much boost trying to get to a ball that's being passed to them that they have no boost to do anything else, and I think that's where issues lie. Because after they try and get to their play, a mid boost has been taken already, they've only got pads. They just can't keep the pressure, and then when Ascending Legends come at them, they just have to have, so they can get boost.
And there you see as well, Phoenix just playing that one into space, but the rest of his teammates were retreating just completely boost starved, not just by Ascending Legends, but like you said, Neil, they're just really boost starving themselves.
Oh, it's a
trying
goal.
to do too much at once.
Needed that.
But that is going to be a goal in favour of Sky this time. 17 seconds, they could make something happen quickly, but it's going to have to go much faster than what they've been playing in this game.
Exactly, and you see there, the double commit from Ascending Legends. I think they got two coming from the game there. Both went for it, and it actually opened up the pitch for an open as you like goal, and they get the ball in. So 13 seconds left.
Well, we'll see. Phoenix is upfield for this, but he doesn't have any boost to his name, and again, just
lovely pass middle.
Up for that is a great pass into the middle to Jazzy, but blocked away by Bram. It will roll up the wall. J-Wets, all he needs to do is hit this into the floor, not touch a Who Asked though player, and they will confirm game at number 3 in their favour. But
he's touched it.
They are keeping it up. Rule 1 being applied here. They might carry this all the way. Jazzy with boost runs out before he can get to the ball, and Bram will slam it to the ground. Ascending Legends 2-1 up in this series and 1 game away from the semi-finals.
I mean, as you can see, a nice little into the game, a lot of pressure suddenly applied by Who Asked. They got the goal and you realised they got the chance to get through. Sadly, they couldn't get the finisher to take us to an overtime, but we are now going into essentially match point actually for it. And Who Asked though, they have to bring something different. Game 1 they were brilliant, but the last 2 games they just quite haven't been there.
They really haven't, and Who Asked though, I mean, we were talking about the pace of the game and how Ascending Legends were just kind of controlling that, slowing it down. And who asked those? They seem a bit timid. They just don't seem as confident to go for any of these challenging plays than Ascending Legends are, because Ascending Legends are slowing the pace of the game down. Who asked though just seem a bit timid to come out. They seem scared to go and make that challenge because they know Ascending Legends, even though they're slowing the pace down to a snail's pace, they could turn it up any moment. And it is like, for instance, if Bram was making a dribble and Phoenix comes up to attack it, he could just pass boom into the middle. There's J-Wets, bang into the net. What can you really do at that point? So to be honest, they need to get rid of that fear, in my opinion. They need to go start controlling this midfield and getting the ball out of Ascending Legends' hands, because they're controlling the pace of the game. And like we said, that's going to be the key to victory here in this series.
And definitely, I think as well, the boost control of the game, like, they need to step up in their boost management and boost control, because I think that's where they're really falling apart.
For sure. Absolutely. And right off the kickoff, you can see there Phoenix having to make a clutch save right away. Is this an open net? No, Cheeseface just does come back for that in time. You can see off the kickoff, who asked though, we saw them in game number 1 with these quick plays off of the kickoff, off of the reset. But now Ascending Legends are wise to it. They're holding men back when they need to. And like we were saying in the game with GMM and on the voted, improvise, adapt, overcome. That's exactly what Ascending Legends are doing. They were being breakout stars and acting so quickly in the first couple of games, and now they're adapting. They're overcoming the aggression from Huasto by slowing the pace of the game down and just taking them completely out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see here, like, managed to get by that marker of an early goal. Both teams have done it. Game 1 it was Huasto, next 2 games it was Ascending. This seems a lot more timid. It's a lot more kind of, if we lose this game, we're out and we're in the losers bracket. We don't win that. And the Ascending Legends are like, we're in control. Let's just take it easy this time. Break them down bit by bit.
And with match point on the line, they will happily take this stroll in the park and try and punch their ticket to the semi-final round, where they will be playing Wampers. Wampers took out Sauce 3-1 in their round 2 game. A couple other results just quickly. Bamboozlers lost out to Ooga Booga in round number 2 as well. So Ooga Booga will be playing the winner of I'm Drunk Hi and GMM. We'll see that game on stream as part of our semi-final coverage here on Team Shazoo as well. So we'll see them a bit later on, but we'll focus on this quarter-final game just now as J-Wets will let that one go over to Cheeseface, and you can tell that Ascending Legends are just letting Huasto just come straight to them and not put any pressure on at all, and waiting for Huasto to make those mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's that case of they know they're in charge of the series here, and they're hoping that the pressure and the mentality of being behind is going to break down Huasto, and they're just waiting for it. They're being very patient, nicely spread out here. And apart from who is here, Cheeseface, everybody else had boosts, so they're doing pretty well so.
Indeed, J-Wets off the ceiling and very slow, leisurely stroll through Mark Hanfield here. As we tick past a minute, 2.5 to go in this game. That's a nice flick on. Didn't quite catch who that was on the flick forward, but at least put pressure onto that empty net, and it just went high. And now you can see Ascending Legends starting to build their speed, start to build their momentum. The boost is not there, and the defense isn't there as well. No one was expecting that. Phoenix in a great position, 1-0.
They needed that, especially how the series been going. Just that lapse of concentration from Ascending Legends. Maybe they were just being in too much of a stroll. And Huasto, they're there, they're ready. It's going to show that if you want to make a mistake, I'm going to be there and I'm going to be scoring.
You know, it always happens when one team starts to slow the pace of the game. If one team decides, right, we're going to turn this up, even if it's not the team we're expecting to turn it up, and the team who's kind of on the back foot turns up the pace of the game, it can just catch either team completely off guard. And that's exactly what happened with the defensive Ascending Legends, and now they need to fight from the back foot. Minute 40 on the clock here in game number 4 to try and go through to the semi-final round here in the upper bracket.
What we need
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, but what we need to keep an eye on now is just how who asked who are going to be able to defend in the air. Just on the second and third games, they were making quite a few mistakes above the net. Let's get a shot on target. Yeah, get quite a few mistakes in the air, but we need to make sure they don't do it if they want to get this win.
Oh, Jay West, he has a chance to doink it over. He doesn't manage to do it off the crossbar. Cheeseface with a follow-up shot, but just puts it off the bar once again. There's been so many times that Cheeseface has been in a position to shoot off of a great setup play from the rest of his teammates, but he's been hitting the woodwork left, right, and centre. And Cheeseface with another
drop down
for Ascending Legends.
I think one of the important things from Cheeseface is...
Oh no! Oh, you are kidding me! No way! My 40 seconds to go. You're in the lead. You have the chance to tie it up in the series and go to game 5, and Phoenix does that.
That's heartbreaking.
My, oh my. Just as we were counting out Ascending Legends to try and bring it back, they were thinking of game 5. Phoenix has gifted them a goal. I mean, Phoenix with 100% goal participation in this game as a whole, scoring his own and scoring the own goal. 20 seconds now. That has lit a fire under Ascending Legends and think they can get it. But Phoenix, the redemption. He scored all 3 goals, 2 for himself and 1 for the other team. But he's at least redeemed his team, and we might not be going to overtime after all. But 17 seconds to go, anything can happen.
I'm quite happy for him in terms of getting that goal, because that must have been heart-crushing with that OG. But he showed it hasn't affected him, gets a beautiful finish of his own, and now the team just need to hold on this last 10 seconds.
But we know how fast Ascending Legends can go when they really want to, and they really need to right now. Phoenix will try and touch this down into the corner. He will, but it's going towards the net. Bram will get the shot, but Jay-Z will get the save. And Who Asked, though, escape with their tails between their legs, and we go to game 5.
And I am not surprised to see Phoenix dance. That must have been a little bit of a relief there, getting that winner. Not only that, but he was the one that actually scored the win. Which for him must be very important, because he can just be like, sorry guys, made a mistake, but I made up for it. So
yeah, I mean, they'll be laughing about it in comments as well, saying, what the hell did you do, Phoenix? What were you doing that for? But then it's like, hey, that's fine, I'll make up for it. Bit of a boop. Goal 2-1. Yeah, because that's exactly how you do. I'll get my controller and show you. You do. That's it. That's exactly how you play Rocket League. But Who Asked, though? I mean, they steal that game in my opinion. I think that really should have been Ascending Legends, but Phoenix with the early goal obviously made the mistake in the backline. But Ascending Legends, they had all the opportunities to make a goal of themselves, but they just went firing all cylinders. What do you think went wrong for Ascending Legends?
I think they got too comfortable. So the first half of the game, we were quiet. Like, it was very back and forth. Just kind of, you have the ball, no, you have the ball, no, I'll take the ball, I guess. So nobody was really wanting to take control of the game. It was very weird. But I think it was once they conceded, it was actually like, wait, we need to get the engine started, and they just couldn't get it going. I think that's as simple as that. And they got gifted the goal, but Who Asked had the momentum in that second half.
Definitely, completely agree with you. And I was talking about how if you control the pace of the game to a snail's pace, the other team can just say, hey, we're bored, we're going to start playing Rocket League properly now, and that's exactly what Who Asked though did. So Ascending Legends need to turn up the heat a little bit more, to turn it up to 11, and stop holding back all that they can do, because we know they are a very, very capable team. And now in game number 5, everything is on the line. They've had a couple of chances to put this series to bed, but now they find themselves in the deciding game number 5 to go through to the upper bracket semi-final. Otherwise, they will be dropping down to the lower bracket and will have no lives remaining. Get through to that grand final a bit later on today.
And I think one thing I've noticed throughout this whole series is Phoenix, at the start, he was very shaky. As we saw last game, he had every goal, literally every single game.
Even the one holding up for his team.
That was a beautiful shot just off the bar there, and clear from the opposition. But he's putting it back in the middle. Can anybody follow? Phoenix is there again. No, it's not Sky, sorry. Phoenix pushing it in.
Sky will try and get this one. Actually tries to set up for the rest of his team, but the rest of his team have retreated to defense. Now past it upfield. Bram is there. J-West tries to send it home. Open net. He hits it to the crossbar. And now the counter attack for Huas though on an empty net. Cheeseface comes flying in and stops that counter attack dead in its tracks. That was such a great opportunity for Ascending Legends to go up in this game number 5 early on. But a misplay from J-West. It could drop straight down, like you said. Phoenix again there to block it. Jay-Z is there to try and get the shot off, but will not happen. The defense is there for end-to-end stuff now. O'Neill, this is the Rocket League we've been wanting to see from this game, and we knew it was going to be so even.
Exactly, and this is very different from the best five. These both teams have come out guns blazing. They want a goal. They won me so earlier on today. It was a little bit more timid, a little bit more feeling each other out again. But these guys are not holding anything back. It was wonderful to see. It
is no holds barred here in the Rocket Smash Championship grand final bracket, I should say. As the shot goes off again, so much pressure being applied to the Huas though side of the field, and Sky trying to get something in from the right hand side of the field will not happen. Now flipping the script, J-West will get it back into the blue half. Phoenix trying to carry it to the corner, and he'll get it out to Sky, and up goes Phoenix once again, but you can see Cheeseface is ready to clear that one all the way back down. J-West set up for that one. Brilliant pass into the middle. Bram is there, shot towards net, but it just goes a little bit wide. Sky was there to defend regardless. But you can tell Ascending Legends want this one done. They want a goal. They do not want to send it to overtime. And he takes it out. No one saw it coming, and Huas though up 1-0.
That is a beautiful play from Jazzy. Again, he's one of the players that's been kind of doing a lot of work. It seems quite quiet in the series, but that solo play, beautiful. Fakes him out one way, fakes him out the other, and then just puts the ball where he just can't reach it.
Brilliantly played, perfectly played from Jay-Z onto the defense of Ascending Legends. No one saw the fake coming. Everyone thought he was going to go for it. And that's exactly where you play the mind games and fake him out. But here comes J-Wet, shot towards net. He's hit the crossbar once in this game already, and he hits the post this time. Sends it a little bit wide, but you can tell Ascending Legends are in full panic mode. They want to try and tie this up probably within the next 30 seconds. I know they've got a minute and a half to work something, but you have to feel they've got to tie it up now, or else Huas though are going to go even more up.
I have to say, I was about to say it before the goal as well, Ascending Legends have been putting pressure on, ramping up their demos. I was really thinking they were just, and I think I must have thought about it and it just jinxed them, because it's
Bram! Oh my goodness! Oh, the defender got faked out by Bram, thought he was going to chip that one into the middle and just dives at it, dives at air. A minute left now.
You can see they're trying to ramp up the pressure.
The right hand wall, Cheeseface is there. Bram on the follow up.
It's a counter attack.
It is back to the back wall of Ascending Legends. They'll have to start all over again. Even if Huas though don't get a goal out of this, they are putting Ascending Legends in tough positions on their back line and have to force them to run the entire gauntlet of Manfield all the way back down. 30 seconds left, and on the dot of 30 seconds, Jay-Z might just put this one out of reach.
And that is a lovely 50-50, especially such a vital defender has to do more to win that, but Sky pushed it through, Jazzy was there, and that's a comfortable 2-0, 30 seconds left.
And Ascending Legends, we've talked about them being the breakout stars of the qualifiers from last week. The pure underdog throughout this entire competition. And it's all on the line for them now to stay up in this upper bracket, or else they will have a tough run down in the losers bracket, and it might just go that way. Cheeseface will probably try one more attempt to at least score with maybe 4 or 5 seconds left. It will not happen. The clock will strike to triple zeros, and after a tough battle, Huas though will be heading on to the semis.
That was a brilliant series, and Huas though, they managed to, in that last game, adapt a little bit. They weren't so all or nothing in their play style, they were more thought. Kind of try to get things when they could, but didn't try and force the issue. I believe they done pretty damn well to actually come away from a win. I think they do did struggle in some of the situations in the seed. How it ended up, I think it could have went either way, and it just happened to go away.
It really could have gone either which way, but you can tell Ascending Legends were just not performing at the top of their game towards the end of that series, and the fact that they just weren't putting as much pressure on the Huasto net, even though the pressure that they were getting, Huasto, their defense was just playing at a much higher level, and Ascending Legends just could not find the answers at the end of the day.
Exactly, and quite looking at the bracket here, we actually have quite a big upset. And it is our Dark Horses GMM. They take out I'm Drunk 3-2, and they get through to the semi-final.
Yeah, so we're going to be seeing GMM versus Ooga Booga in one of our semi-final matchups. And the other semi that we'll be seeing as well are going to be Huasto versus Wampers. So we'll set that all up after this short break. Don't go anywhere. The semi-finals are next.